Now we begin Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Location unknown. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Welcome to Gatewaterland! Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe. I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. It was a trap! March 13th, 11:23 a.m., location unknown. That guy. Betrayed. No. Can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of. Meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow.
Was that you making that funny sound?
Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger.
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Smiles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that.
Ahem.
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu.
Great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my facts.
It's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing's going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I am the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yup, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Yep. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yup. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor.
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
All right then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way. I don't hear you. La la la.
Kay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Begin investigation. What is this?
Looks like the Bat Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the Bat Badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Yeah. Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Ah, but we do have a way. Right here.
Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay? I was so worried, sir! I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi-Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Shi says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you. Eventually. You.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
I agree. Let's investigate.
Man, why did they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
That's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Love K Sprite. Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold.
Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole badger clan with this.
What is this thing?
Think of it as a bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I could keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes?
Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badges the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of a state and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. And what have we here?
Ah!
Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
The something is what is relevant to my interest. There's nothing unusual about this area. So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence toward this badger, Kay?
Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one.
Look! It's the Blue Badger!
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis.
What in the... Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful, he's gonna arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. This is that Blue Badger I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
I suppose this is the Pink Badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
That's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes, and?
And her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally.
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger. It's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed one walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot.
Ooh, we can peer into the room. The kidnappers weren't from there.
I won't rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Is that what I think it is?
Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel just in case.
That's
Awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There is a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place.
Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint on how to walk it out of here. Nope. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go.
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Time to connect some logic. Open floor panel. The beam I was tied to. This hook on this beam.
You know I already tried and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this top.
Alright then, let's bolt this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure.
That's it for now. Alright, now let's examine it.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
And what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright. This thing is locked down tight.
Ah, fiddlesticks!
That's what logic's for. Key with the underground entrance. I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
All right, I got the secret door open. And now?
Ah, wait!
What? Ah!
Are you all right? Kay!
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's all right. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you look, you know.
No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Really? Let's piece that together. Underground ladder with the lockers. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we gonna bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. If we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
Investigation complete.
Alright, now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. March 13th, 12:11 p.m., Wild Wild West area. It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's... Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 98, 99... Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Shi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena! This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, and you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Shangfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! You sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Acme Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. so I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gay Waterland. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed! Sir! Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait! Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Be right back for a bit. I gotta get water. Okay, I'm back. How'd he eat? Let's get started.
Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after only one and only one thing.
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? I don't know. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir! I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Not now. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes? What is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, Val? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs, you better stay fast on your feet.
No way! I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Lance! Lance! Where are you, son?
Mr. Amano.
Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I'd gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No.
Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money?
I believe the $1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano.
I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday.
A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son.
Help me, Daddy!
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well, then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head the investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
All right, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Investigation, start. So what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good. Now let's go. No! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents.
Well, that was exciting.
Okay,
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
you should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
Ha! You're the only one asserting it.
Well, by the time anyone knows this, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant Kay is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Exactly. Come on.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yup, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it will be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here, and we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
Who's this?
Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw? He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again.
Aha!
Ah! You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins, reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir! I'm the Blue Badger, sir! And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids, sir! That's never a waste of time, sir! I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir! I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir! I thought maybe this was my shot at making detectives, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already! I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir!
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor!
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnappers escape.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No. But I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume, and about 1 hour ago I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. The Badger Photo Rally.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir! Of course, sir! If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, sir! This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait, sir!
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
What? Sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around. But why?
Yeah, let's find out why. Costumes and a second blue badger. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto-badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those 3.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around the park somewhere, huh?
Now let's bring out the final 2. What kind of shoes with a costumed escape? Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible
candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. Just stopped. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder what the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth! I've got him! I've got one of the culprits! Ah! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir!
Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins.
But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger Wilco, sir!
Let's open this shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah!
What in the? We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is...
Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage. And right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my cursory examination, I believe this man is dead, died of a fatal bullet wound.
You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. As long as that Interpol agent has control of his case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice.
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound.
Nice. I knew you could figure it out.
It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this on me. The necklace. This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a
horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice. It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look. There's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name.
Colin Devore. But this man's name is... Wait a damn minute. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, it does. The findings. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devore.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Investigation complete.
Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie?
What? Excuse me, but you are... But...
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Palps.
His girlfriend?
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and, we're not lovers right now. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance, I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it! My men brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect, now! Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Shi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Arguments. Shi-Long Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girly. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Shi. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Lang Shi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Request granted. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right? If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. Well, you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun, What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir, I lost my gun, sir!
How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited outside the garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. Really? Why don't you explain this?
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Ay-ya! So you did notice that there were too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier! Please, sir!
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir! Not you too!
Argument! Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this Blue Badger-mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger-mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
Yeah.
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir!
His voice is gonna kill me, I swear.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile, sir.
Really? If you were doing that, then why the hell are you not doing your damn job? Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir? I'm lying, sir?
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger-mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I had just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger-mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir!
A likely story. Who do you think's gonna buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger-mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me! Sir,
the killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir! Agent Lang, wait! What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth, schmooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice! Man, Shi-Long Lang is no laughing matter here. But anyway, that is it for the first part of episode 3. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the like button, it means a lot. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell, and I'll see you then. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. Product provided by CAPCOM.